Good morning, and thanks for getting up with us as you kick off your Sunday. The time is 7 o'clock right now, and I'm Libby Dowsett alongside Daisy Caballero.
Good morning. Do you feel well rested? We got an hour extra of sleep.
We fell back, and it felt good.
Yes, absolutely.
It's better than spring.
Oh, yeah. Springing forward, losing an hour. No, thank you. No, not wanting to do that again until, of course, next year. All right, giving you a live look, everyone. Good morning. Through the Rose City Sky Cam, the sun is officially up. And you can see we are dealing with some clearing right now, which is very, very nice. Haven't seen this in a few days, I'd say, for the morning hours here on Sunrise. It is currently 52 degrees, and we're not going to be warming up too much for today. Looking at the satellite and radar, we've stayed mostly dry within the last 2-3 hours, but still dealing with some lingering showers, especially on the west side in central Oregon, headed over into those higher elevations that are transitioning to some rain showers. All right, we'll talk more about that in my full forecast, but looking at our current temperatures right now, 52 degrees for Troutdale, 47 for Boring, 46 down in Sherwood, 50 degrees for Newport, and in those 30s for Baker City, John Day, Bend, and Burns as well. Looking at our temperature change for the last 24 hours, 9 degrees warmer in Hillsborough, 6 over in Scappoose, just 3 here in Portland and Vancouver, and looking at the rest of our map here. So here's your day at a glance, everyone. Our temperatures in the 50s from mid to upper 50s for Portland, Vancouver, and for Longview. Libby, back to you.
Thank you, Daisy. Developing this morning, Vancouver police arrest the suspect in the Vancouver Mall shooting that happened on Halloween. Detectives arrested 22-year-old Travis Ward at a Vancouver home with the help of a SWAT team Saturday. He's now in the Clark County Jail, booked on 1 count of murder and 2 counts of assault. Police started their search Thursday night after Ward allegedly opened fire in the mall during a trick-or-treating event for families. 1 person was killed, 2 others were hurt. Police previously said this was a targeted shooting with some unintended victims. The investigation is still ongoing. Local elections officials have stepped up security around ballot boxes after someone set fire to drop boxes in Clark and Multnomah counties in a targeted attack. As the search for the suspect continues, community leaders held a vigil to unite against election-related violence. Art Edwards takes us there.
It was absolutely shocking. I've never seen anything like it, and I'm going to do everything in my power to help ensure that it doesn't happen again. We all will.
Sharifa Hoover is part of the Clark County Justice Group and one of the people who helped organize the vigil. It comes after arson fires at ballot boxes, including the one at the Fishers Landing Transit Center. Hundreds of ballots were damaged.
We are a community that's going to stand strong, that we're going to help people get those whose votes were affected, get their ballots restored, and just make sure that people feel continually encouraged to exercise their right to vote and protect democracy.
There was also a man not part of the vigil who used a bullhorn to express his displeasure with the job done by Clark County Auditor Greg Kimsey.
I didn't interrupt their vigil, but I also wanted to speak the truth about Mr. Kimsey's failures.
Kimsey was at the vigil and responded by saying changes have been made so voters remain confident.
Strikes at the very heart of what we do. Heartbreaking is the word I've used.
Ballot observers are now on duty. Jennifer Whitaker is one of them, stationed at the Fishers Landing Transit Center. She believes that she saw the suspect again on Friday morning.
I saw a man walk through, like on the little sidewalk area, they were walking, and all of a sudden I hear yelling and cussing, and then he started banging really hard on the box.
No arrests have been made in the ballot box fire. All 22 of Clark County's ballot boxes are being monitored 24 hours a day. Local conservation groups are in mourning after an unexpected death. Willamette Week announced Bob Salinger died Thursday while working at the Willamette Riverkeeper office in Oregon City. Salinger was the group's executive director. He also founded and served as executive director for Bird Conservation Oregon. Both groups released statements saying they're grieving the loss and honoring his decades of contributions to the local environment. A controversial second mass campsite in Portland is set to open in a few weeks. The sanctioned site in North Portland will also include RV parking. Some people are excited about the ideas, others have concern. Blair Best explains.
It's been 1 year in the making.
Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us.
Off North Portland Road is the city's second mass-sanctioned shelter site.
It's the first combined RV and outdoor alternative shelter site within the city of Portland, but it probably won't be the last.
That announcement met with protesters Monday afternoon.
Because I think this is a really inhumane place to house homeless people.
This is a death trap, and it shouldn't be.
We also continue to work with the neighborhood to find the best ways to problem solve.
The California-based group Urban Alchemy will run the site.
We want to say thank you. We're excited about this site. We're excited about the lives that will be changed.
It can house nearly 200 people, including 90 tiny homes and 70 parking spots for RVs. Roughly 20% of those on the streets in Multnomah County live in a vehicle, according to a recent point-in-time count.
This site provides an opportunity for us to get RVs and derelict vehicles off our streets and out of Portland neighborhoods.
The site is low barrier, which means no background checks and no requirement to be sober.
Yeah, that's probably what worries me the most.
Michael has lived in St. John's for 20 years. It's the surrounding neighborhood that's giving mixed reviews about the site.
Yeah, just bringing people unchecked into your neighborhood is always kind of a frightening thing.
Well, it's good to know that the homeless are actually going to be able to get into a shelter.
Ted could have made a better choice for a site. He could have used the money in a better way.
And she has a point. The site, once used for boat manufacturing, sits between a wastewater treatment plant and the Columbia Slough. Here's what it looked like last year. The city had to remove trash and debris, including more than 3,000 tires from the property, all while not disturbing the soil, which was being tested for toxins, ultimately delaying shelter construction.
Has not been easy. It's been no small feat, but it's been incredibly rewarding and worthwhile.
About 3 minutes down the road from the site is this homeless camp where about a dozen people live in these RVs and other vehicles. And the fact that this camp is so close to the site, turns out, is not a coincidence.
That's why we stayed right here on Portland Road.
Originally from Colorado, Matt has been homeless in Portland for 9 years.
And I moved up here because I heard it was a little bit more homeless friendly.
Despite the rumors, he couldn't find a shelter that accepted his trailer until now.
I'm going to go down there right this moment and see if they're going to let us in.
Blair Best, KGW News.